I am Kimberly Brown Phillips, and I am the Dean of Students and CEO of CCD and the Arts. Welcome to those of you that are watching us on Facebook, and welcome to those that are watching us on YouTube. Today, we are going to be giving you an overview of the School of Ministry programs that are currently open for our December cohort. So it is December now, yes. The start date for our December group is December the 29th. However, enrollment is going to close on December the 12th at 11 a.m. East 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's next Friday. So if you've had any questions, if you are on the fence about enrolling, we hope that this conversation provides clarity and confirmation for you. We're going to be going over our biblical studies programs as well as our dance and flag programs here, and that are open for enrollment. If you have any questions during our conversation, please feel free to utilize the chat. What you will find in the description of the video, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube, is a link that will take you to a page that will show you our full line of programs. Everything from dance to flag to biblical studies to our professional level programs. They're not open for enrollment for December. However, it'll give you a view of all of our program offerings. If you are not aware of this, the School of Ministry programs are 100% online. 100% online. They consist of pre-recorded classes, and there are some programs that offer live teaching on Zoom. There are check-ins that are not mandatory. So if you are one that just likes to work, to only, connect with your instructor if you have questions, this is for you. If you are someone that's looking for community, looking for engagement with other classmates or with your instructor, then this online community is for you as well. So we're going to be going into all of that in just a minute or so, but I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to come on. As you're logging in, please feel free to give us a shout out. Let us know where you are viewing from. We are streaming to CCD and the Arts on Facebook as well as YouTube. But again, during our time together, let us know if you have any questions or concerns. We are so excited when we're able to do this, when we're able to come on and talk about the programs, answer some of your questions, and again, provide that confirmation. All right. We know that sometimes enrolling in an online school and you don't really know what to expect, or you don't know the instructors, can be a little bit difficult. So hopefully this provides not only clarity, but you feel a sense of this is a safe space for you. Before Minister Jackie comes, because Minister Jackie is our director and curriculum developer of our biblical studies programs, I want to briefly talk to you about our enrollment process, because we do get a lot of questions. And when people enroll, they still have questions. So, also, just to let you know, we have graduates and students in 40, I think it's 49 nations now. 49 nations. Our enrollment process is this. You enroll using our online enrollment form. You're going to complete it in its entirety. The most important part of the enrollment form is when we talk about email. Because this is online, email serves as your student ID, if you will, as well as the primary way that we're going to be communicating with you. So you want to select or give us an email address that you're going to check often, or create a new one. Gmail is preferred because our online platforms are Google Classroom, which is a Google app, which is a Google application like Gmail. So they're going to be extremely compatible. For your email, please do not use an org, an org, because chances are that organization has some security measures that may prevent you from receiving communications from us, because we are another school. Also, don't use a college email address as well, because again, your university may have some security measures that will prevent you from receiving email from us. Gmail is preferred. Yahoo is okay. All of those other email apps are okay. However, know that there may be a delay in receiving emails. Gmail is preferred. All right. You also want to pay attention to the orientation section because when you complete that form in its entirety, we're going to send you access information to join your orientation room. That's right. You are going through orientation first for many purposes, but the most and foremost is to get you comfortable with Google Classroom. We understand that Google Classroom may be a lot of people's first online school applications, or this may be the first time that you enrolled in online school. So we want to get you familiar with Google Classroom because that's where your course, your programs are going to be delivered to you, not in orientation, after orientation. So you will get invited into the orientation classroom. You're either going to get an email from Google Classroom directly, or you yourself can click on the link in that confirmation email, utilize that code, and boom, you are in your orientation. You're going to go through that. You're going to look through your student handbook. We have a plethora of things in there for you, from videos, from best practices to a snapshot of the handbook in case you don't have time to go through the whole thing, though we highly recommend it. But we have a snapshot of that. We have our online forms. We have, if you need to change your mailing address or information, we have that form in there as well. Testimonies from students as well. Listen, we try to make the orientation room a welcome into CCD and the Art School of Ministry, but also a way that you can prepare to be successful. Program schedules, textbook requirements, all of that is there. So once you go through all that information, the next step in the process is to acknowledge that you have done so by completing a very short quiz that's in your orientation room. After that, we have a meet and greet set up for you on Zoom. It's not mandatory, but it's a great time that you can meet with School of Ministry staff and your instructors, where you can ask questions and they can share with you what to expect during maybe your first course or your first week in your program. It's also a great chance for you to see everyone that's in your cohort, maybe those that are in the program that you're taking as well. God bless you. God bless you. As you're coming on, feel free to put in the city and state and country that you're viewing from or give us a shout out. So, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Again, during our time together, any questions that you have, feel free to answer them. All right. So, without any further ado, we're going to bring up Minister Jackie as she shares with us. Well, she's going to do a welcome first, but then she's going to share with us about our biblical studies programs. Hello, Minister Jackie.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Please tell us where you're from, and I'm hoping that you are having a blessed day.
Yes. So, I just spoke to everyone about the process in enrolling, which is completing the online form,
Mm-hmm.
receiving the confirmation email that we have your form, but that confirmation email also has the password and access information to go into your orientation. Going through all that orientation material, completing the assessment. And listen, most of this is described on the enrollment form as
Yeah.
well. But we also want to give you an email address for any questions that you have. I'm going to put it in the chat. If you have any questions, you're going to reach out to our admissions team. Whether you are a prospective student, which means that you're on the fence, or you are in your orientation classroom now, you're going to email the admissions team and give us about 24 hours, maybe 48, depending if it's a Friday, weekend. We will get back to you. So it's there. I'm going to post it so that you can see it as well. All right. So, Minister Jackie, I'm going to
Yes.
give you the floor to share about our biblical studies programs. We have three of them, but there are five, six,
Yes.
seven,
There are
seven
five
courses.
courses. Well, yeah, seven courses
The
altogether.
seven
Yes.
courses altogether. Yeah. So I'm going to give her the floor. Listen, any questions that you have, ask them. All right, Minister Jackie, it's all yours.
Thank you. Well, Welcome again, everybody. And I'm hoping I'm going to do this really fast. So, if there are any questions, as Kimberly had mentioned, please send them to CCD at admissions@gmail.com, and we will definitely get back to you and respond to your questions. The Biblical Studies program, as mentioned earlier, does have about 7 courses attached to it. The first course that was developed for Christ Center for Dance and the Arts was the course on what is the Bible, bibliology. The first level course talks about how did we get the Bible, and sometimes we take it for granted that we can just go into any store, wherever anyone's selling books, and buy the Bible, and it wasn't the case. Um, you know, 1,500 years ago. So we really should know the history of how we got the Bible in the first place. So the level one in the Biblical Studies Bibliology program talks about the who, what, when, how of the Bible. And then on level two, we move on to the construction. So, how did we get the Old Testament or the First Testament or the Hebrew Bible, if you refer to it that way? And then the New Testament. Why does it consist of only 27 books? How did we get to 66 books in total? Why is our Christian Bible different from the Catholic Bible, for instance? So we actually go into how the construction was resolved, and we have these total 66 books that we hold so dear. And then in level three, we spend the whole course in how to interpret the Bible. The Bible is not a typical book, and it should not be viewed as such. And there are skills that needs to be developed in order to interpret it correctly. And that course goes through a theological and hermeneutics type of steps for you to learn on how to interpret the Bible. And believe me, you will see the Bible a little differently after you have gone through all 3 levels of these courses. One thing I do want to mention: you don't have to take all 3. If you're already schooled in hermeneutics or interpretation, and you just want to know a little bit more about how we got the Bible in the first place, then you could take level one. If you just want to know why the Christian Bible is a little bit different from all the other Bibles that might be out there, then you might want to just take level two. They are individual courses, so you can take them whenever you would like to, and you don't have to take them in order. One of the other 3 level courses that's offered in biblical studies is the Old Testament surveys. That particular course is divided into 3 sections only because the Old Testament books there are many, and we're not going to be able to get through them all at one course, so it's divided up into 3. We actually go through on a very high level overview of each and every book of the Old Testament. The final biblical studies course is spiritual disciplines. And I have found that we as Christians sometimes we understand discipline because we need to, live a more disciplined life than we did before we became saved. But there are also spiritual disciplines that we can develop and have in our arsenal when we need them. Most of us know the discipline of prayer, or we know the discipline of fasting, but the Bible actually has a number of spiritual disciplines that suggest that we should practice. And in this particular course, we go through 12 of them. We actually journal through them. Sometimes your experience, if you've never experienced them before, can be a little jaunting, a little difficult, but it gives you the opportunity to experience them. And then you'll be able to draw on that when the time comes. So these particular courses that were, or programs that were developed, was specifically designed for people who may not have these type of Bible teachings available to them. They're also designed for individuals that would like to delve a little deeper. They may have taken some other biblical study programs or Bible study programs, but want to go a little deeper in their understanding of the Bible. One thing I do want to point out that these courses are not Bible study, these programs, they are actually programs. You will have a study course, you'll have a syllabus. All the books that you may need are provided for you. There are ebooks, especially for the bibliology study of the Bible courses, as well as the Old Testament. There will be an ebook provided. There will be coursework that you would have to also submit. So these are really courses. They're not Bible studies. I know that that seems to be some of the questions that we get. So I just want to make sure that we're clear on those steps and what this course and programs are all about. So I'm hoping that I've answered all your questions. If not, as I said earlier, please email us at ccdadmissions.com. And I pray that God will direct you and that you will sign up, and I will see you as we journey through these courses together. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Jackie. Now, I also want to point out that you can ask questions in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So if you are watching us live, and if you have questions, things that you want to know, put it in the chat. For
Like right
those that
now.
are watching by replay, you're going to email us at ccd.admissions@gmail.com. If you have any questions that are more personal and you don't want to ask them via chat, then send it by email. Send it by email. But thank you, Minister Jackie, for
You're
giving us
welcome.
such a thorough explanation on the biblical studies programs here. And like she said, there are a plethora of them that you can take. You don't have to take them in order. Full descriptions are available on our website. Full descriptions. So you can go to the CCD website, and let me put that in the chat as well. You can go to the CCD website at christcenterfordance.org. christcenterfordance.org. And you're going to find the tab for certification and diploma programs, certification, diploma, and diplomas. If you click on that, it's going to give you a drop down box. And from there, you can select whatever program you're interested in, and you'll see the full description. And again, anything that's not clear that you need more clarification, send an email to ccd.admissions@gmail.com. Give us 24 to 48 hours to get back to you. People email us every day, all day.
All day.
So we do try to respond. On our website as well, on christcenterfordance.org, we do have an online chat feature. So depending on if we are online at the time, we can respond to you through website chat as well. All right. All right. So, Mr. Jackie, thank you.
You're
I'm
welcome.
going to try to be as concise as you were to go over the dance and flag programs
There are a
here at
couple
the
of things I need
School
to say before we end, but yeah, you could
of
try.
School of Ministry. All right. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. All right. So, I'm going to take up the screen, and I believe Minister Jackie is muted. And all right. So now it's muted. Okay. Yes. All right. So, dance and flag programs here. We get asked a lot, obviously, because when we started off in the School of Ministry, all we had were dance programs. Then flag programs, now biblical studies programs, and now our dance programs include not only liturgical dance, but prophetic dance and dance intercession. And eventually it'll include more. But I'm going to share with you the programs that are currently open for enrollment in December. Now, if you're interested in a program that's not mentioned, We are working on, I think it's on the website now, but we are working on providing you a full calendar of 2026 that you can see the program that you're interested in when it's going to be offered. All right. Also on the website, you'll find the full academic calendar for 2026. When enrollment dates open, when enrollment closes, when that orientation assessment is due, when the meet and greet is, when the first day of class is, you're going to see the whole calendar for 2026 there. All right. So let's get into this. Right now, or in December, we have two liturgical dance programs that are offered. We have our liturgical dance studies certificate program and our dance ministry training diploma program. Now, people often ask, what are the differences between the two programs? I want to take both. I'm not sure. Do we recommend taking both? I would not recommend taking both because, and this could be, now if you need both based off of the descriptions of the programs, then you have to do what Holy Spirit is telling you to do. We do offer academic assistance, but listen, at the end of the day, you have to do what Holy Spirit is leading you to do. Do we recommend you taking both of these dance programs? Not necessarily, not at the same time. The LDS program, different from the dance ministry program, a dance ministry training program, based off of a few things. One, length of duration. The certificate programs in Christ Center are generally shorter in duration. So the LDS program, Liturgical Dance Studies Certificate Program, is for those that are just entering into the liturgical dance space or those that do not have time for the comprehensive program, the diploma programs. Dance ministry training program is 7.5 months, going on 8 months, 6 courses ranging from liturgical dance to flexibility and conditioning, dance ministry genres where you learn to understand the differences between the praise, the worship, the interpretive dance, the prophetic dance. Um, it doesn't it is an introduction. I don't think prophetic dance is there, but it may be, but it gives you an introduction so you understand the differences between those dance ministry genres, ending in choreography. The liturgical dance studies certificate program gives you a great foundation, solid foundation on liturgical dance. And for those that are entering into the liturgical dance space, or again, like I said, those that don't have time for a more comprehensive study, they just don't have time. They just don't have it. It could be financially as well because the price points obviously are different. Now, the great thing about all of our diploma programs, like our flag ministry training diploma program that's offered, or our dance ministry training program, is you can space it's the tuition cost. You can space out your tuition payments. Tuition is due before the first day that the course starts, and you get that. You get the program schedule. Listen, you get the start and the end dates of all of the courses within your program in orientation. So again, the most frequently asked questions on our dance programs are, what are the differences? Read through the descriptions. It's on the website. Consider the duration. Consider, what ultimately are you looking for? Are you looking to grow in your knowledge, to be a more flexible dancer? Are you looking for physical conditioning? Are you looking for, I need to understand choreography better? Are you looking for, I need an instructor to walk me through these concepts? I want to know the differences on praise, dance, and worship. I want to have a foundational understanding of liturgical dance. I want to know about dance musicality and prophetic sound. All of that is in our dance diploma program. If you are like, I don't have a lot of time, however, I just started off in dance ministry, or check this out, or I'm about to teach at a beginner level of liturgical dance, and I myself have never been formally educated. I myself haven't gone through a process of study. I myself don't understand basic ballet terminology, basic modern dance terminology. That is in the Liturgical Dance Studies Certificate Program. All right. So I hope I'm looking at the questions. I don't see questions, so I'm going to continue on. So again, duration of time, comprehensiveness. Now, let me tell you this too. What we've also done, because we've recognized the need of liturgical dancers for this time, is we've included live Zoom classes that you can take as a School of Ministry student in the dance programs. You get generally, if you're in the six course program, you're going to get at least four. If you started off at the beginning, you're going to get at least four. If you're in the liturgical dance studies certificate program, you're going to get at least one. All right. You're going to have that schedule. We will post when those classes will be available to you. But you're going to get that. So if you're looking for, I like I like the class videos. I like the comprehensiveness, but I also need a class, a live class. Our dance programs offer that for you. All right. So let's go on to our flag ministry training program that we are so excited about. This is for those that have 0 to 3, maybe 4 years in flag education as well as flag ministry experience. So if you've been flagging, say you're a flagger at your church, you're part of your church's flag ministry, you've been consistent for 2, 3 years, and you're like, is the advanced level program for me? We would suggest that you start with the dance ministry, the flag ministry training program, especially if you've never been in a formalized program, especially for 7.5 months on flagging, flag ministry, and flag techniques. The beautiful thing about this particular program or our flag programs, which differs from our dance programs, is you have a course fully dedicated to you growing in your technical skill in flagging, in flag movements. You have an entire 21-day, could be 28 days, depending on late assignments, time that you focus only on that. And then we continue on. You're going to be challenged to grow in your flag choreography and flag techniques, flag terminology. You're going to be challenged to understand the scriptures regarding flagging. You're going to be challenged to understand what is flag ministry. You're going to be challenged in it. When I started flagging, I was very discouraged because it took me so long to learn certain things. And when I got into my 6th and 7th month, I stopped. I said, I'm not called to do this. This is too hard. And I didn't flag. I didn't pick up a flag for like 4 or 5 months. And when I asked the Lord about it, because I still kind of felt the pull, like when you're dancing and you're like, you feel the pull to pick up the flag, but you're like, because I don't know what to do. That was me. And I yielded it to Holy Spirit. And he said, consider this an instrument. And I teach this not only in flag intensives that's coming up on Saturday,